Welcome all you Librans, welcome for the last monthly horoscope for December 2014 already. And what is going on for you Librans? Well, an intense month with a lot, probably a lot of clarity that comes in for you. So I kind of like that. First, there are a couple of things going on. Of course, Saturn changes signs, I will talk about that. Jupiter goes retrograde and Pluto Uranus are going to make a square again, but this fixed star Vega is very, very important, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Let's start with the light stuff. Jupiter going retrograde in your 11th house. Now this is really nice, especially because it's the time of the year, isn't it? In December time, and if you celebrate Christmas and all of that. It's that time of the year that you can think about friends that you've lost contact with, or maybe friends that are going to reach out to you again, or you going to reach out to some old friends again. This is all nice with having Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of meaningfulness, in the house of friends and in the house of aspirations. So maybe aspirations and goals that you wanted to achieve in the future, but that you were thinking of whether you were maybe a younger child or a long time ago, is going to maybe to be in the front of your head again. So it's nice energy, it's not bad. Jupiter going retrograde in the 11th. It's reconnecting with people that you've lost contact with. It's reconnecting with your aspirations that you've lost contact with. So that's one thing. The other thing, of course, is Saturn. Saturn is shifting into a new sign, and it's been for a long time in your second house. So for those of you who think like, when it can be tough, Saturn in the second house, because I mean it can be tough. It depends on your personal chart, because Saturn is restrictions, is working hard, and the second house is associated with you. It's a Venus house. It's a house about feeling good. It's the house about what you value. It's a house about your money, your financial situation, your self-worth, your talents. And if Saturn is there, it means working hard on your talents, on your money coming in, etc., etc. So hopefully for a lot of Librans, they will feel that they can breathe a little bit more when it comes to money, when it comes to how they feel about themselves. That they're not going to be that hard on themselves anymore. So that's going to be good for you Librans. Now, what does it mean in the third house? You will have a lot of time to experience that, and I'll talk about that in the yearly horoscopes. I already made them quite early, so you can look at them and see what's going on next year. But Saturn coming into the third house is more about your communication, about the way that you are coming across towards others when it comes to how you communicate. It's going to be more, less is more. So you're going to watch your mouth, you're going to watch what you say, what you speak, and it's going to be maybe become more deeper, more, or some of you are going to study something and it's going to demand a lot of your energy. So where Saturn is, there's hard work to be done, but of course the fruits come after Saturn leaves that house. So it can be a study that takes a year or two or even more. And Saturn shows that the harder you work, the better. And the harder you work, I mean on a day-to-day basis, not studying once on a Saturday, for instance. No, studying every day, maybe 15 minutes. That will be more efficient for you. So on other levels it can mean that maybe when it comes to writing, maybe you're going to write something, but whatever it is in your communication, you will want to be more structured. You will want to have more respect. And of course that starts with giving respect to others when it comes to how they communicate towards you. So it's very interesting with the Saturn in the third house. I think it's not going to be that tough as in the second, because in the second house was your ruling house, you could say. So that's that. And the most important thing is, of course, for you Librans, is the Pluto-Uranus square again, with the Pluto in your in your deepest chart of deepest place spot of your horoscope, with Pluto there, with Uranus in the house of relationships, and Venus and Mercury are going to trigger the Pluto-Uranus square. The Pluto-Uranus square is all about you getting your power back. That's as simple as that. And Venus and Mercury are nice planets, so Venus and Mercury are going to conjunct Pluto and indirectly square up to Uranus. So that means there's a lot of emphasis on your fourth house, there's a lot of emphasis on you deeply, on your roots, on your family. So, and the fixed star comes into place now, because the fixed star that is called Vega is going to be activated, because those faster planets pause that as well. And that Vega star is all about Venus and Mercury. So this is what we call a double whammy. So it is all about speech, communication in a gentle, but sophisticated, classy, respectful and refined way. And where will it come from? It probably will have to do with family. And of course, as I said, it's the time of the year where lots of us meet more than usual family members. And but whatever it is, there's going to be a family member, or you are going to do a communication towards a family member, or they are going to do a communication with you that is going to be very respectful, but very deep and intense. You will feel it on a very deep level what it's all about, and it will help you to understand what you are all about. And maybe things that will go back for years and years and years, because the fourth house is also your roots and where you're coming from. So there's some information, especially around the 2 last weeks of the year, that if it's a family member that says something to you, try to listen very well, try to not delete the information straight away, but let the information coming to you, or you are going to give a very important message to someone else, and understanding that message on a very deep level, which you will do, will help you to become a way stronger person than you already are. And that you will benefit from that the whole year of 2015. It's that strong, because Venus is your ruler and is going to contact Pluto. You know, it does that once every year. But now with all the other things, it's so more important. So I think that's basically it. It's quite intense, but not in a bad way. I mean, if you're open for new information coming your way that has to do with your roots, that has to do with your family patterns, it can strengthen you if you're open to it. If you want to see the truth of it, because Pluto is about the truth as well, and not being, maybe you are going to be a bit fearful to express yourself, or if other family members are expressing something to you, but I think it can transform you, and that's ultimately what Pluto wants to do. It wants to make you stronger, not weaker. So thank you very much for listening. I wish you a very good month, and if you want to, only if you want to, spread my videos around a bit more. I wish a bit more people were watching them, and maybe you can help me with that, but only if you like me. I mean, if you not like me, but if you like what I do, that will be more interesting. And I want to thank you for the ones that have supported me through the whole year, and it's a blessing, you know. Thank you very much. Have a good month, and see you next year. Bye bye.